Namaste and blessings. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nela Mahat. My beautiful soul fam. Today I am going to start this reading with a powerful channel message that encapsulates these energies, okay? Current energies. I thought of putting this together in a more formal way so that I can be very clear, all right? It is in my heart intentions that you really understand it, okay? And so checking on the elements and seeing what's happening is very important, all right, my loves? So moving forward, dear one, in this pivotal moment of your journey, the alchemical forces of your inner and outer worlds are converging. The elements and planetary energies beckon you to engage with the profound depths of your being. The element of earth. This element invites you to confront the structures in your life that are outdated or rigid. Consider what foundations you have built upon that no longer resonate with your truth. This is a call for grounded reflection. Get to the roots. Are they nurturing your growth or are they inhibiting your progress? The element of water. As you explore the fluidity of your emotions, think about the currents that challenge or empower you. Allow yourself to feel deeply, for this vulnerability holds the key to purification. What emotions are surfacing now, and what lessons do they carry? Their revelation is essential for emotional clarity and healing. Air element. This element encourages you to refine your thoughts and intentions. How are your mental patterns shaping your reality? Engage in practices that enhance your clarity, such as meditation or journaling. There is a crucial need to elevate your mindset, transforming doubts and fears into actionable insight. The element of fire, associated with transformation. Fire urges you to take decisive action. Examine where you can channel your passion into purposeful endeavors. What inspires you on a soul level? Harness that energy to illuminate your path and fuel your ongoing transformation. And now, tin. This metal symbolizes resilience, adaptability, and support. Reflect on your connections with others. Who are your allies in this journey? Tin encourages collaboration and the importance of maintaining flexibility in your approach to personal challenges. Acknowledge the strengths that comes from community, new learning, and shared experiences. And now we have Pluto. This energy brings forth the transformative power of rebirth and might urge you to delve into the shadows of your psyche. What truths are you ready to face? Pluto's influence asks for a radical shift in awareness. What's hidden fears or unresolved issues are calling for attention? Embrace this shadow work as a pathway for profound healing and renewal. As you synthesize these energies, know that the path of spiritual alchemy requires a willingness to confront, embrace, and transform. And so, my loves, I hope that that brought clarity about the energies that are playing out, okay? And so, like I said in the channel message, we're going through a deep, 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 another layer, yes, of transformation. Something else that we have to go and experience, embrace, understand. There's more to the journey, and that's why we have this energy of rotation, okay? This speaks of there are layers and layers and layers to this process, and it's more as an spiral of going within and having to come out. And so this is where we at. There's more to be revealed. Jupiter brings expansion, wisdom, revelation, illumination. All right. And Pluto, well, only through transformation. Okay. And so, moving forward. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Discs, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So this is a beautiful tree of life, as you can see. Here we have different symbols, different planets, different lessons, vices and virtues, alchemy. Okay. All right. So the lowest reverse, choices and decisions. Gemini, there's a lot about new learning, how you analyze information, um, heart and mind coherence, maturing when it comes to our perceptions and perspectives, clearing updated ways of seeing things, perceiving life, relating to ourselves, to others, to the world. Uh, this is about our capacity to become decisive and to really know our value and what we offer to others. Okay, this is about clear intentions. And with this energy of Pluto, and Jupiter, of course, there's more to the picture. There's more that we need to see, all right? And there's more that needs to be transformed when it comes to perception, perspective, communication, knowledge, learning, yeah, information, all right? We have the energy of, and the Empress, and this is the energy of Venus. This is about our capacity to manifest from a place of purity, deep knowing. This is Venus riding the swan. She has been transformed. Okay. And so the energy of the Empress is about our capacity to create something that comes from a place of deep integrity, deep truth, reverence, understanding and respecting the sacredness to, okay, this is about being at service and inspiring others from a place of gnosis, or from a place of where we feel in alignment with something deeply rooted and connected. Okay, so the waters, the mental body and the waters are working together, and there's reciprocity and connection. So there's a sense here of alignment. All right. And here come the Ace of Wands representing the energy of fire, right? With number one, here we are receiving another layer, spirit coming in to what? To take you within you in order to what? See, acknowledge, integrate, understand, reevaluate what needs to be seen, what needs to be transformed. Because we have Pluto and we have Jupiter. And now Jupiter brings a lot of blessings, but it's not good luck like the idea we think of good luck. It is because you have transformed. So now what has been happening within you is now manifesting here, right? And so there's a lot to be reevaluated right now. So here is this energy of the 10 of disc, right? And so this is about manifestation. The pentacle, right, carries all the elements. And so things are being solidified. But it's not happening by chance or luck. Like I said, it is happening because change is upon us, the principle of change. And then the aspect to where we are truly honoring what this transformation conveys is the understanding of a spiritual alchemy. And with Gemini, this is about investigating too. Like, this is not just surface level communication. This is, I have questions. Okay, let's reevaluate this. Okay, our capacity to be open and to really also investigate, right? Because Gemini doesn't follow. Gemini will question. Gemini can have an opinion, but then it goes into the depths of thing with Jupiter and then transform and then comes out with like, okay, well, there's more to it, right? So it's nothing is about being fixed here. And this is really about adaptability and having depth and seeking knowledge, getting the proper knowledge, understanding that knowledge does not equal wisdom. And so I feel that this is where we are. We're going through a lot of revelations, okay? And so, yeah, let's see what else. Well, this energy of Mars in Scorpio, disappointment, and these are the waters of the feminine. So there's a lot of about grieving, releasing, right? Processing. So the spirit is working through our waters in order to what? In order for us to transform, to release, to clear. So then we can gain clarity and truly manifest from a place to where we're being honorable, honoring ourselves, honoring the sacredness of what we're being called to share with the creator and share with the people. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Well, here's Venus again with the nine of disc. Okay. So this is about birthing something that holds a lot of value, and there's abundance and there's prosperity. It's masculine, feminine working together, right? Um, and this is happening because you have been cultivating your vessels and cultivating Malkut. So then from the 9 to the 10, now here we have something solid that comes from divine union, but it's not superficial talking. It is because there's being a deep transformation from within, right? Here we have, well, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Transformation, she who goes beyond, right? She's guided by the Creator. She knows her primal energy. She knows how to channel it. So she's very secure, confident, she's assertive, and she had the capacity to burn anything at the end of the day. And once again, there's no rigidity and there's no fixation. There's only allowing spirit to work through us. Because sometimes, we think we got it all figured out, and then here comes something else to be experience, and their divine revelations happening always, right? So this is about a journey, and once again with rotation here, this is about layers and layers and layers of purification. Okay, we have the card of the universe, we have the Five of Swords, mental conflict, poverty in the mind, lack of clarity, parts of ourselves that feel unclear, conflicted. Okay. And remember, when we have this energy within the mental, it is very easy to get confused, to get lost, to be reactive. If our mental body still is holding on to rigidity, to attachments, to ego identifications, then this energy of Pluto with Jupiter and rotation is going to come and release. All right, no, you might, that your perspective, your perception might needs to change. There's something else that you might have to see. All right. And here is Mars and Leo. And so this is about our relationship with fire, how we take action. This energy can also, it just comes to open you up into experiencing a spirit once again in a very particular way, to where it's going to press on pain, sorrow, disappointment, feelings like, okay, I'm not being seen, I'm not being honored. There might be some ego that, you have to, some ego identifications that you're going to have to reevaluate. All right. So there's a lot about transforming, checking on when we take action, like what is driving, what's truly driving, right? I'm also hearing your understanding of reciprocity, giving and receiving. And there's also an aspect with Gemini here, right? Are the things we're creating, desiring to manifest, coming from a place of spiritual understanding? What does that look like? What does that mean? Do we have the information? So this is where we at. Where we at is just another layer, sorry, to this transformation. And now everybody is walking through their own journey, and how these energies are going to be playing out very different. Like I said, nothing is linear or fixed. What I can assure you is that, your current challenges your emotions, how things are going in your life, of course, are letting you know what's going on in the above that you need to embrace here in the below. And all of this is screaming transformation. And it's very powerful because we are being led to reevaluate, to educate ourselves, to go into the depths of things. Like I said, this is no surface level spirituality, okay? This is, all right, Gemini, critical thinking, heart and mind coherence. What does that mean? What is it that you're saying? What does that look like? Our capacity to discern, to practice discernment, our capacity to also build a strong foundations, the foundations of our minds that then will change all of this, right? Of this five of swords. So if the foundations of my mind are solid and integrity with who I really am, right essence, authenticity, then I know that I have to move away from this. So this will be transformed with the fire of the creator. All right, you guys, I'm just gonna leave it there. I know that what I bring to the table is very different, but this is a spiritual alchemy. This is just not, nonsense. Um, I encourage you guys to learn about spiritual alchemy, to go into the depths of the things you're being asked to bring into creation. May you be so blessed in your journey. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, we are in the times to where we have to research, we have to practice discernment, cultivate a desire for truth too, and we're past just making things up and not having a proper explanation to things. All right, and once again, it's not fixed, it's not rigid, but there is divine order to things, and the creator has provided us tools in order for us to understand what the hell we're working with. All right, may you be blessed. Ciao, ciao, blessings.